welcome to Food Talk with Chef Josh. I am your host, Chef Josh. So, it's been a couple weeks since I've been on a podcast for you guys. We are jumping into episode 7, and we are going to start making more episodes, guys. I will let you know if I have to do any more breaks, but right now, we are good to go. I am jumping back into the swings of this, and we are going to be talking about hot dogs today on our episode of budget-friendly foods to cook with. So, without further ado, we're going to start working on some different things, like we're going to go on an idea of breakfast dishes you can do, to appetizers, to main dishes you can use to make with hot dogs on a budget. So let's jump into today's episode and talk about hot dogs. On this segment, we're going to be talking about breakfast ideas you can do for hot dogs. And we're going to start out with a hot dog hash, guys. Now, hot dog hashes, I could probably see this being a really good idea, especially if you get some of the hot dogs that have the cheese flavors and the cheese in them. That would go really good with some hash browns that you can either buy frozen or you can shred in a food processor. It works in many different ways. You can add in your favorite vegetables, from a bell pepper to, heck, if you wanted, you could do some salt and pepper, and you're gonna chop up your hot dogs nice and fine, throw it in, and even though you have the cheese in your hot dogs, throw in some extra cheese if you like that, because I know my cheese lovers are out there. I am one of those people that loves my cheese. You can ask my friends who know me very well, and they will tell you he loves his cheese. Now, one of my big things I can say with hot dog hash, guys, if you wanted to do this, so you're gonna chop up your hot dogs and pan fry them with diced potatoes, onions, and peppers. By peppers, I mean bell peppers. You can do green, you can do orange, you can do yellow, do what you want. And then serve it with a fried egg, guys. Eggs are cheap. You can constantly buy different things to make with your hot dogs. And another good one I can definitely tell you is a hot dog and scrambled eggs, guys. Throw it into your scrambled eggs while it's cooking all up. You're gonna get it nice and crispy. You're gonna get your eggs in a bowl, and I like to add milk into my scrambled eggs because it makes it fluffy. And add a little bit of salt and pepper into it, guys. Salt and pepper doesn't hurt, and if you're not a fan of the pepper and you're not a fan of salt, you don't have to add that. Add something else for a different seasoning, guys. It works in so many different ways that you are coming up with an idea for yourself. And all I can say, guys, is this is a brand new thing for you to be working on with making different parts. You also have breakfast hot dog rolls. And if you go to your local grocery store, you can buy the rolls that you make crescent rolls. So it's, in all honesty, it's making partway your appetizers, but you're gonna add like breakfast sausage to it. You guys are gonna be able to make pigs in a blanket with breakfast sausage. It's a no-brainer. You guys have so many different options you can do. Then there's a hot dog scrambled egg burrito, guys. If you love Mexican twist on your food, guys, I highly recommend try it out. Make up your scrambled eggs and throw in some chili powder, throw in other seasonings that are from Mexico or different parts to have that Spanish taste to your food, guys. You guys make the dishes yourself and you come up with different things. It's all up to you on what you do. So There are just so many different ideas. You can make tacos, a breakfast taco, guys. As we're talking about Mexican flavors, guys. Get some black beans, put that into your taco, saute your hot dogs up in taco seasoning, stuff like that. It works tremendously, and if you want, you get to add a little bit of the sour cream. You can do whatever you want, guys. It's pretty much make your own type of dish. Then if you want, another good option for you guys is, and this is gonna sound really weird, do yourself up an omelet, guys. Get yourself an omelet going. Throw in your hot dogs after you dice them up nice and good. And you're gonna put your eggs in, get your egg rolling to where you get to have it cooked on the bottom, and then you're gonna flip it and have your hot dogs, your cheese, get some veggies going on like onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, you name it, guys. There are just so many different options you can do with your breakfast. All right, on this segment, we're going to be talking about hot dog appetizers, guys. There are so many different things you can use for an appetizer for hot dogs. One of them is the mini smokies, guys. I consider those part of your hot dog appetizers. You know, those are great with the barbecue sauce. You can get the cheese flavored ones where you're gonna have cheese and barbecue as you pop it into your mouth and chew. It's fantastic. My other favorite thing is mini corn dogs, guys. You know, you can buy them at your local grocery store, but why not make them yourself? It's super self-explanatory. All you're gonna need is some cornmeal. You're gonna make that for your batter, guys. You're gonna chop up your hot dogs into kind of like a mini corn dog is essentially what you're doing. And you're going to drop them in, and you're going to pan fry it or drop it into an oil, guys. I've seen it where you can put it in the freezer, let them freeze, and then put them into hot oil to cook, but that can be a little dangerous, especially if there's water in your hot dogs. It can cause a lot of different problems if you're not careful. So, high recommendation, if you want to try making mini corn dogs, please let me know in the comments for this episode, what is your favorite type of dish to do with hot dogs? Is it a breakfast dish? Is it an appetizer? Is it a main dish? What do you like doing with hot dogs? Is your favorite thing to do is just eat your hot dog on a bun with ketchup and mustard and relish, like a normal American does with their hot dog? But we're going to continue on with this. Guys, how good does cheesy hot dog bites sound? They're super simple to make. All you're gonna do is cut your hot dogs into bite-sized pieces, wrap them with a strip of crescent roll dough, and sprinkle a little bit of cheese on them, and then bake them until the dough is golden and the cheese has melted. Guys, it's simple. It's very simple. And I can tell you, one of my favorite things for an appetizer is the cheese and hot dogs, guys. It's amazing that there are so many different things out there. Also, guys, another good one for when you do like a Super Bowl party, or if it's a birthday party or just a party in general, if it's not too fancy, what you guys can do is hot dog nachos, guys. Cook your hot dogs up after you chop them in. Throw them in a little bit of taco seasoning, guys. Throw it in chili powder. Make a little appetizer of chili. Everybody loves that type of stuff, guys. I can tell you this much, that if you get a seasoned chip, you really won't have to add too much seasoning to your hot dogs, but it's an idea for you guys. And then if you're really into trying it, guys, why not try hot dog skewers? Those things sound, and I'm taking a wild guess that you could make a lot of cool different things with it. With a hot dog, guys, yeah, there's a lot of budget-friendly ideas, guys, but you can do it where you add your favorite pineapple, if you guys are into pineapple, if you guys are into bell peppers or onions, grill them up. It's something different, yeah. It's kind of like having a kebab. So it's definitely something different for you guys. And you can even make a buffalo hot dog dip. Think about this, guys. You're gonna take cream cheese. You're gonna put some of your favorite hot sauce in. Mix it all together, throw in your hot dogs, and make a dip out of it, guys. What better yet is to have someone dunk a chip into your dip and they're like, oh my goodness, is there hot dogs in this? And you're gonna go, yeah. They're gonna go, this is amazing. So there's totally really awesome ideas for you guys right here, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this episode. We're gonna move on to the next segment of main courses. Okay guys, we're gonna be talking about hot dogs with main dishes. Now, when you think about a main dish for hot dogs, you think about the fact that people will turn their grills on, or they boil their water and cook their hot dogs, and they put them in buns. And they either grill their hot dogs and put their favorite condiments on it, and it's the average American dream where we have hot dogs on 4th of July and some of our parties. Tailgate parties are a big essential for hot dogs even. But have you ever thought about using leftover rice and throwing hot dogs and some of your favorite stuff like eggs and vegetables and do like a hot dog fried rice, guys? Try that out. It should be a really good dish. I have wanted to try this. My fiance is not really big into eating hot dogs, but back in the day, guys, one of my favorite dishes I can tell you as a kid growing up is my mom would take fried rice and she would put it with a bunch of different things. We're talking soy sauce. We did my favorite vegetables, which was green peppers and onions, and you throw them in. Guys, it tastes just like you're eating stir fry. So it's definitely something to try out. And then, guys, hot dogs and pasta. Now, one of my favorite hot dogs and pasta ideas, guys, and it's not what you're thinking. I'm not gonna make a fettuccine alfredo and throw in hot dogs. That's just really weird. Yes, it's probably possible to do. You can elevate that dish. But if you do decide to try making that, let me know on that, because I would love to hear how it turns out. I am very interested in that. But guys, one of my other favorite dishes as a kid growing up is my mom would throw hot dogs in my mac and cheese. And my eyes would light up every time I'd eat it, and I would eat almost the whole pot. And if you remember the one boxes that you get, guys, it's just amazing. I would put ketchup on it or barbecue sauce, and I would eat it still to this day if it was brought to me. But guys, think about it. You could make yourself something with a pasta. Try a different pasta. Make a homemade mac and cheese and throw in your favorite noodles instead of doing like the noodles that you would get out of a macaroni and cheese box. Why not make your own parts where you're taking a box of noodles of your favorite noodles? Like my favorite of all times is Shell's, because it has more ways to collect the sauce. It's a fantastic way of trying it out. But guys, You can do all sorts of different things with this. My other thing is a hot dog casserole, guys. Why not put it into like your favorite hot dog, or your hot dogs into your favorite casserole of all times? Now, I can tell you that there are so many different types of casseroles. You could do a casserole where you're throwing potatoes and you're gonna throw in some stuffing or something like that, guys, and you're just gonna throw in hot dogs. Throw in some of your favorite seasonings and put it into the oven. You can get a really good stuffing. I like going for either the chicken. Chicken is pretty much my favorite stuffing, but go with what your heart says on what to get for your stuffing, and put your favorite vegetables in it, from carrots and corn, and try it out and let me know on how it turns out. And definitely, if you're into cheese, throw that into your casserole. You can't go wrong with having cheese, and especially if it's your favorite cheese. One of my favorite cheeses is smoked Gouda. High recommendation if you're looking for good cheese, especially on hot dogs. Fantastic. Now, guys, a good old chili dog. I'm gonna tell you, I made this one dish. I did a deconstruction of a chili dog. So what I did, guys, is I took bread, I broke it apart, and I made pretty much a chili dog from the ground up. So I cut my hot dogs up, I threw my bread on, and I heated up a can of chili, guys. If you make homemade chili, I'm sure this dish will taste amazing, even better. You're gonna break up your bread and you'll put it on your plate that you're gonna do, and you put your hot dogs and stuff on that. Some people like to put their hot dogs in their chili. Do that if you want to do that. I highly recommend doing what you want to do, and definitely throw on that cheese, guys. And if you want to get more creative, throw in a bag of fries. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you want to make it like you're downtown Chicago, and I've always heard that Chicago is great for their chili dogs, and if I have that wrong, please correct me in the comments. But guys, there are just so many different ideas you can do. If you need an idea, try a hot dog stew, guys. Throw in all your stuff that you need. If you want to do like cans of soup and you're like, man, this needs more flavor, throw in a little bit of hot dogs, guys. It will add some salty flavor to it, but it will be in a budget-friendly manner for you. And you can avoid some of the chopping and stuff like that, but it's ideas. Be creative when making stuff with hot dogs. There are just so many bright ideas out there, and I'm just so excited to share these with you guys. All right, guys, to leave off this episode, I'm gonna have you guys think about something really quick, and this is gonna be a weird one for you guys. Hot dogs and dessert. I'm gonna leave it at that for you. Let me know in the comment section what your take is. Would you use hot dogs for a dessert dish? What could you make with a dessert dish and hot dogs that are budget friendly? It's all up to you guys. We're here to make some memories. Let me know in the comments below. Guys, it's been awesome being back. I can't wait to make more episodes and make some memories with you guys. Please stay tuned for next week's episode, and make sure that you follow me on TikTok at Chef Josh, and I also have Facebook at Chef Josh Culinary Specialist. Check me out. And I'm also on Instagram now. I am Chef Josh 2024, all one word, guys. You will find my logo And I can't wait to make more episodes with you guys and make some memories. You guys have been so amazing. And I am going to try doing a poll for next week's episode. So please make sure to try answering that poll. And if you don't get to it, hey, it's okay. You guys will have an amazing episode for this next week. So stay tuned to next week's episode, and I can't wait. This last segment we are going to be doing is going to be talking about vegetarian options for hot dogs. Now, I know some of my listeners are probably vegetarian and you don't eat meat. I have some ideas for you guys on that. I have not tried vegetarian options for hot dogs, so I'm gonna list off a couple ideas for you guys. There are hot dogs out there called veggie dogs. You can find them in your produce section. I believe you can also find tofu dogs and other plant-based style hot dogs in your grocery produce section. Now, one thing I can tell you with a vegetarian option, guys, is just making different things. You could do some of the same dishes that we've talked about through this episode on making vegetarian options. And you just got to add a tofu dog or a veggie dog, or there's bean-based dogs out there, guys. There's just so many different types of different options for you. You could also look into making store or your own personal homemade veggie dogs, guys. Look into that and let me know what you come up with for an option on that. I would love to hear your thoughts on making a vegetarian option, and I'd love the dishes that you guys do make. Write it in the comments. Tell me what you guys made, and if there's ways, try shooting me a message and showing me photos of your food that you do make. I would love to see the different options that you guys can come up with and all the great ideas that you guys have. And making memories is what we do.